Hi friends, my name is Dr. Marianne Kale and I'm a speaker, consultant, facilitator, educator with the Catalyst Agency, and I'm here today to talk to you just a little bit about the times that we're in. You know, many of you have been very kind and brought us to your campuses to speak with and work with your students and staff, and today we want to give back. In this time of uncertainty, you know, part of what we're good at is that we're about community, and in many ways we're trying to figure out what does that look like. Those of you who are on the front lines, maybe at headquarters staff or those of us, as I work for headquarters as well, or campus community, we are in some sense trying to figure out what does this look like when students are distance learning and they're online and they're not on our college campuses living in our facilities. So today what I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about is building community. Now, I've been talking about building community for a long time, whether it was ritual and rites of passage, leadership, women's empowerment, or the plethora of other workshops and facilitation and speeches, keynotes that I've done. Whatever they were about, the underlying, I think, message that I've always had is that we are a community and building that is important. So as some of you may be concerned about what does this mean to me, we wanted to talk a little bit about how do we continue to build community. As fraternity and sorority members specifically, and any student organization member, we are trying to figure out what does that mean to keep us together. You know, as I've visited college campuses, I'd hear students say, we don't like chapter meetings anymore. My guess is some of them would love to have chapter meetings right now. Some of them would say, I don't like mandatory programs anymore. Some of them may be very grateful to be sitting in a mandatory program today. So part of what I'd like to talk to you about is this. The headquarters staff specifically, and maybe even college campuses, are putting out really good information about how to have virtual meetings, how to do checkups, how to keep in touch with our members. Maybe it's going back to an old school phone tree where everybody got 5 members that they were responsible for communicating with. In today's time of FaceTiming and Zoom and any other kind of platforms, it's important for us to ease one another's concerns that friendships, fraternity and sorority, brotherhood and sisterhood, and just the mentors and the leaders that we have in our lives are an important part of getting us through all of this. I live in an old neighborhood, and I've been focused lately on what does that look like. In the last couple of days, I've had friends drop off, whether it was Scentsy products to say, just sending a little sunshine your way. We had one of the little young ones in our neighborhood. Her mom is a member of Zeta Tau Alpha. They dropped off as leprechauns yesterday, some little treats, and just trying to keep everybody busy and engaged. You know, for our members, I think that's going to be important. Maybe it's receiving a handwritten note when they don't even have each other's mailing address. Maybe it's just putting what we do best into action. Maybe it's sending a note if you're involved in some kind of service to some of the people that may need it. St. Jude, for example, maybe they just need a virtual video. That's Tri Delta's philanthropic cause. And I was thinking about what could we do to brighten those children's lives in a time, and their families in a time when, you know, maybe they just need somebody to say, I care about you. Send a video message, write a note, do whatever you need to do. I know notes are probably a little challenging in our social distancing place, but really think about, what did our founders do to build community? What did our founders do with lack of connectivity by virtue of the way that we communicate today? What would our founders do today to make sure that our brotherhood and sisterhood and friendship and organizations were going to thrive and make it through these challenging times? When I think back to those courageous young men and women, they'd have stayed connected, whatever means that came to, and they would have cared about their members. I know I'm not talking about the difficult things that many of us address, like hazing and risk and harm and all of those things, but right now, when people come back, they're going to need community. I lived through Hurricane Katrina in a time that I couldn't visit college campuses because I couldn't get out of Louisiana. And yet you all reached out to me, my family, my community. Let's broaden that on a national and international level for our members. Let's be there for them. I've been watching these videos as part of my faith journey, and at the end of every video it says, so what will you do today to make a difference in somebody's lives? In someone's life? What will you do today to reach out? What will you do today to build community? So my challenge and my charge is that each one of us take the responsibility to say, what will I do? We're gonna get through this. And if we do it right, we'll be a better community as a result of it. So please reach out to me, Dr. Marianne Callais, marianncallais@gmail.com. You can visit my social media platforms. It's all at Marianne Callais or Dr. Marianne Callais, whether that be YouTube, or I'm gonna be posting videos on Facebook on a regular basis and some resources. My phone number is 985-215-1214. If you just need to talk, please reach out. We're gonna get through this together. Let's do what we do best as fraternities and sororities, as student leaders. What will we do to build better communities and to build community during a time of social distancing? Thanks, and stay safe and stay healthy.